He had Lil Wayne, everybody. Clocking baddies. My fans love this type of
Now
shit.
let me ask you this.
Uh-oh.
That's not on this.
You say he's starting to get, he's getting.
No, I just thought about this.
Can I get another drink?
Please.
One more, please.
Hey, matter of fact,
Please, just a little bit.
pour a whole
No.
pint.
See, now you're being rude.
Just so
That's
you can
so rude.
Say less.
God,
I'm
like,
sorry.
damn.
You're teaching
It's
me.
just a list.
You're teaching me, and I'm learning.
All right, come on, Kim. What's the next question?
Why should a man take a baddie serious?
Do you know what the first thing that was that came to my mind? Or do you want me to say something else?
Me?
You want me to tell you the truth?
The whole truth.
Because I pay the bills. Because I'm a boss. So how much more serious does it need to get?
You're talking about you.
I'm just saying, baddies. Baddies pay the bills. All my baddies get money. Every last one of them are rich. I know what I pay these girls. They make more money than anybody in America on a 9-to-5, on a, you got a good job. My bitches is paid.
Okay.
So at the end of the day, you said, why should anyone take a baddie serious? Because we pay the fucking bills.
Why should a man?
Because we pay the bills.
That's cool.
Yeah.
What if you're dealing with a man?
It doesn't matter. Well, first of all, I deal with Jacob. And, but my baddies, I got a couple of baddies that.
I'm not speaking in
No, wait,
your
so my
dynamic.
my
I'm talking about
baddie,
just in general.
Anna is dating an MLB player.
Okay.
I don't really know much about baseball. But, you know, I grew up in the Bay, the A's, the Giants. I used to go to, like, some of those games for, like, you know, they give kids tickets at the schools or whatever. They get money. They get paid more than, you know what the bitches say, right?
What?
Baseball players, you catch you a baseball player, they make more money than the football players. That's what they say. I don't know.
They probably do.
So Anna Mac, she's one of the stars on Baddies. She's a big star. She's a singer. She's amazing. She's a great girl. She's from the Bronx. She's dating a Yankee player. She just went public with him.
Wow.
He's the star of the Yankees. I don't know his name, Chisholm or something. I think it's Chisholm or something. I don't know. I've never met him yet. But he's the star, and he makes a lot of money. And but Anna's still popping her shit. So you know what she said online the other day? She's like, I don't know who this guy is. She did a TikTok. She's like, I don't know who this nigga is, but he and my like she just does TikTok. She's like cute, and she's young. They're like 25 years old. They're
cute or like?
No, she's a cute girl.
Oh, okay.
She's a sweet girl, cute, but she and will read
Clocking
your ass. Nah, clocking it and nigga, fuck you, bitch, and all that. Like, yeah, why not? When he pops off or like some, you know, she's that type of girl. But she's a cute little Spanish girl from the Bronx. Here he goes, he's putting his iPad down. Now I like that type of put your iPad down.
Let's
So you asked a question.
Yeah.
He makes more money than her for sure. She don't give a fuck. They don't care. Yeah. Baddies don't care.
But what I'm referring to is it's not necessarily about money all the time. And I think
no, you said that.
No.
You said what is it that makes a male?
No, I will say it again.
Okay, say it again.
Why should a man take a baddie serious?
I just told you. When they make more money and they're the boss.
That's cool.
She's the boss.
But,
so he makes, what I was trying to refer to is he makes more money, right?
Right.
But she's the boss.
Okay, take money out of it.
No, it was money out of it. He definitely makes more money than her. She's still running that shit.
Okay, but take financials out of it.
Okay, so what?
What are the qualities that a baddie may bring to the table?
She's definitely more popular than him. I don't even know who the fuck he is. So if he respectfully, I don't watch Major League Baseball, but if he wants to be like with a young, successful baddie that is an it girl, that's what she's bringing to the table because she's definitely her follower, everything. She's more poppin'. So I don't know. Sometimes like I'm a little bit older. I don't really care about social media and followers and all that, but the younger people do. You know that. So maybe she brings more like to the table, like for social media and like popularity or whatever.
But you're not answering my question.
No, you just asked. What?
No, I'm gonna guide you.
I don't know. Don't guide me. Oh my God.
I'm trying. I'm trying to get to an answer.
Right. I don't know. Baddies bring a lot to the table.
Can you name something?
Great mothers.
Okay, talk about it.
I put $1 million swimming pool in my backyard because my daughter said she wants to swim.
Okay.
So I put a pool. It cost me $909. It was like $1 million.
Okay.
I put wait, great moms,
Yes.
good people, giving. I'm the biggest giver. A baddie is gonna give. We're gonna give to the community. I pass out turkeys every year for people that are not in fortunate situations like the rest of us that are eating Thanksgivings and having. We just did a toy drive, so I really wanted Journey to come, my daughter and Jacob to come here this weekend so that she could see my music video because she loves the song. I just found that out. I was like, how does she know the song? But she went to a toy drive because the Sacramento Kings and I have a relationship, and we set up a whole toy drive with the Kings, my husband, and my daughter. I don't post these things because this is not something that I feel really correlates with like my brand. It's just my real life. So there's definitely separations from real life and Natalie Nunn. So they did a toy drive. I asked Jacob, I said, how many people do you think we gave back to? He's like, 250 kids got toys. And like,
That's dope.
even if it was one, I'm for the kids. I'm for, I spent money and I want everyone to just, I don't post this stuff because it's like, she's just posting to try to do PR work. I don't have to do PR work.
Oh, well, all right, now. Ooh, ooh. You lost all your brains. Y'all got to give me a couple minutes to have the Lord give my brain cells back. I'm like, Lord, Lord, replenish me. And y'all know I don't curse at all. So that was her cursing, and it's something that's on my platform. But we all are adults, and sometimes you got to get out your feelings and just realize like this is the real world. It's the world we live in, and it's women who have a mouth like that and who talk like that. And to be honest with you, it's women who are school teachers and in the church every Sunday who talk like that. I was very shocked to hear how much women curse. Yeah, to me, I don't like it at all. I get it. If you with your girls, you chilling or whatever, you can drop your little cuss word. My wife, I don't know, she might cuss with her friends. You can't put nothing past nobody or like repeat a cuss word if she reading something. But with me, ain't no cursing. Like I don't do, cause I don't curse. So I would never be with a woman who curses like in a real way, like just in random conversations, just cursing. Like it's different if you reading something and it say a word and you an adult and you read the word that it say, especially as fast as my wife read. That's different. But you hear what she talking about, baddies. So I had to Google because I have, folks I know in the MLB, and I'm a matchmaker, celebrity matchmaker. So I done matched, professional athletes with women before. And so the lady she was talking about is with a guy who play on the New York Yankees. They got engaged on Christmas Day, proposed under the Northern Lights in Finland. And they say her future plans is following their engagement. Anna Mack reportedly announced she is quitting the Baddies franchise to focus on her music career and her future marriage. And the past rumors, she was with some other guy connected to Love and Hip Hop. And here's the thing, and the reason why I know a lot of women always say to me, they be like, Tony, the HOs be winning, is what women say. And not saying that just because somebody is on a TV show called Baddies that they are any less than anybody else. And let me see what they posting on TikTok. They got a TikTok together. And so, when you look at the lady, dude, it's a black guy who play baseball. Like when you play baseball and you make it to the pros, it kind of, for the most part, it's like I'm looking at the guy. If this is who it is, I'm trying to see if this him. But if this is who it is,
What are you talking about? I'm with a baddie.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I see. So her dude is kind of like, it's kind of like one of those very eclectic, unique type of black guys, like probably watch anime, might listen to even heavy metal, some rap, some country. Like, seemed like one of those guys probably could have went to private school. Baseball is an expensive sport. Like, just the bat alone, you could spend $400 on a kitty bat, on a kid's bat. And then the glove, that you catching with. He say he's a all-star infielder. The glove, like, start at $150. Like, you probably could spend $1,000 if you want to on a glove. And then all the tournaments, it's almost year round, basically year round once you get good enough. But if he from low income and was like sponsored or was taken in by another family, you can't be low income and play baseball unless you sponsored. It is impossible because you traveling all over. As a kid, you going out of the state and you playing in other states. And so here you have this situation where somebody like that, sometimes they just don't want no regular woman, because if they felt unseen, if they felt like unfulfilled, a lot of athletes feel like ghosts. They feel like they hiding behind their hat. They hiding behind their helmet. They hiding behind, and it's like people don't really know them like that. So they'll use a relationship to get with somebody who is popping and interesting and intriguing, and use that relationship to build their personal brand and to set them up for life outside of the game. Kind of like what Klay Thompson is doing with Meg Thee Stallion. Because when you think about it, these professional athletes could go into any corporation in America and handpick, shoot a shot at the most beautiful woman in that corporate, that Fortune 500 company. They could get on LinkedIn and scroll through profiles all day. They could get a VP, a CEO. Like, it's so many single women in power. They can go and do that, but they don't. They go and choose a woman who is in the public eye. She's a content creator. She's an artist. She's a television personality. And it's because if they're going to be in a relationship, they want it to serve more than one purpose, because they could get sex from anywhere. They can get relationship and love from anywhere. They also don't know if any woman is going to like them for them. So they like, I might as well get something out of it. So sometimes what they'll do too is they'll try to get with a woman who they know or who they assume is a freak. They want to get with a woman who they might assume or feel or know is like a bona fide freak. So that it's almost like, but this woman is seen and liked and loved by thousands, hundreds of thousands, or millions of people. So it's like you can't say too much bad about her because she got a bunch of fans. I don't like the word fans, but I'm going to use the word. She got a bunch of fans. So it's like, I'm with somebody who is liked by a bunch of people. So although I wouldn't necessarily choose her if I was a regular guy or I didn't want to build my brand in this way, I'm going to make this here move. I'm going to shoot this here little shot. And the thing about what women don't realize about men is a man doesn't mind wasting time. So if a woman truly is a HO, not to say that these women that we talking about in the public eye on TV and artists and stuff like that are HOs. Some of them have kind of expressed some things that seem like they a little loose, they a little out there. And like with Meg Thee Stallion and Cardi B, some of their music sound like they really done been out there, get down with it, or got them a good amount of bodies. But they don't necessarily know that. You don't necessarily know for sure if that's what the case is, because the rapper Trina, she probably done made the nastiest music in the history of female music, and she followed me. I know her personally. You know, I done talked to her, and her voice and the way she talk and her energy. If you go on, if I think if you're in the Blessed Tribe, you can see the reality thing I shot a long time ago called "Where Is He Already." Trina, the rapper, is on that. Like we was, I think she was performing somewhere, and we happened to be in that city, and we went to her performance, I think it was. And after her performance, they allowed her to stay in, it was like a club or a lounge or something, I think, and we sat down and we talked about relationships and stuff. So if you on the Blessed Tribe, I think you could see that in the members only video. But so I done met some of these artists and R&B artists. I coach a lot of R&B artists, rappers, and a lot of times they are nothing like their on camera persona or in booth persona. So I can't say, and I'm gonna tell you one thing, like I was looking at a video the other day, and it was like the video of like when you listen to the music your mama grew up to, and it was showing a young black girl, looked like maybe 15, 16, anywhere from 13 to 16 or so, and she listening to a Trina song that her mama came up on, and in that song Trina is saying like, you know, elf bite the bite men, let a woman lick on the thing, and do this, make you bite the bite, like just really explicit lyrics, like lyrics that you forget that Trina said that. And I talked to her about it. I'm like, what the world you were rapping about, girl? And she just laughed. She was like, Tony, you know how it is. It's just music. But one thing I would tell you, and then like K. Michelle, the R&B singer, who on her show, she Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, she really loud. She really, just out there. She'll fight. She made the flip the table, or you shaking the table. She made that go viral. She real just funny and loud and bubbly and emotional. But I kid you not, Trina and K. Michelle, neither one of them ever tried to hit on me. They never said anything inappropriate. They never was like flirtatious, like none of that. It's like, it was crazy. Like Trina followed my wife, like my wife post, comment, like the Baddie. And so I have learned that you can't judge a book by its cover, and that sometimes people will do things and say things for money or for relevancy or for a career to change their life financially, but it ain't really who they are at their core. And so, but when you listen to that young lady talk, it was almost like she had lost some brain cells. Like you would like to hope that somebody could give you like a good articulate answer. But what she showed was a lot of insecurity, and everything went back to money. And I know what that's like, because I done been there, to where our only value is in the money we make. Our only value that we can articulate is money, 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 money. And it's a sad place to be in, and you grow out of it. As you get older, you grow, you learn, you heal, and you start to realize, you know what? No, I got integrity. I got character, I got dignity, if you have it. I don't know if she has it, but she said she produced a show or whatever. I never heard of the show, never seen the show. Obviously, Cam Newton know what it is, and I feel bad for him, having to have a low frequency, low level conversation and trying to get that question out there, and trying to, asking a very basic question that the young lady just really didn't understand and couldn't answer, as to like, what does a baddie, quote unquote, one of these women on this show, bring to the table? And she talking about the boss, and it's like, don't no man want no boss. Like, don't no man want no woman that's finna be bending him over, spanking him, telling him what to do because she pay the bills, because she could put $1 million pool in the backyard. Like, don't no man want that. Like, don't no man want to be, tucking his thing because the woman make the money. But pay the bills like that. That ain't something a real man is looking forward to. And then, like you say, being a good mother, but then she took it right back to money, putting $1 million pool in the backyard because her daughter want to swim. And it's like, okay. I think he was talking about, like, do you teach her how to respect her body, how to dress, how to be classy, how to be ladylike, how to be responsible, respectable, how to have integrity and character, how to have a clean mouth, not a potty mouth, how to be seen before you heard, things of that nature. Like, what are you instilling in your daughter? What lessons can she look at your life and learn from? And see, me, I deal with a lot of quote unquote baddies, and I coach a lot of them. And sometimes I remember, some people get confused because they might see me following this woman who she is, she dressed scantily clad or something like that. But for me, it don't bother me. It don't tempt me because I'm called to those trenches. Because I look at their heart and I see their pain. I see their story. I see their struggle. I see where they hurting at. And for me, I want to help them find their purpose. I don't just shun them and like, you the scum of the earth. You worthless. It's like, no, you done been taken advantage of by men. Your father maybe took advantage of you or left you or abandoned you, or your mama could have been abusive or toxic or narcissistic or whatever. You done suffered at the hands of men. You done suffered at the hands of women. You done been exposed to a different lifestyle, a different side of the world. Like, not every woman can relate to your life. Not every woman has seen what you've seen, gone through what you've gone through. You don't have to stay there. You don't have to wallow in that. It's time to take that pain and turn it into purpose. It's time to heal. It's time to grow. It's time to evolve. It's time to tap into purpose and do something greater. It's time to be a clean person. It's time to be a better person. It's time to be a role model. And one thing I've noticed, like they had to kind of move me out the way with some of those women, because I would talk to them and they would like melt. Like they would be crying. They would be, and they would like just change their life. And they would start making changes, and they'll be like ready to come off the stripper pole, ready to start making music with a better meaning. And then they team would like make them stop talking to me because they like, man, Tony bad for money. Like, no, you got to stay ignorant. Like, you got to stay loud. You got to stay ratchet. You got to stay on drugs. You got to stay unhinged, because this how you make your reality TV money. This how you make your music money. This how you make your whatever kind of money, your stripper money, your prostitute money. And I done helped prostitutes come out of prostitution, like become realtors, RNs, lawyers, even ministers, like, and be able to go into them trenches, not hit on them, not sleep with them, not do anything with them. And that's why when I look around at guys, I always just pray like, Lord, if he called by you, I pray you give him the strength he need, because these women gonna be out there and they're gonna be available and they're gonna be ready. And one thing I've noticed is that the women don't shoot they shot at me. They just be in position for me to shoot my shot. So it's really on me. So when you see a man end up in an affair, or he leave his wife for this other woman, or he cheat on his wife with this other woman, it's not really the woman. Like, she there and she ready and available. Like, she open. She not a lot of women not gonna stop him, but she's not pursuing him. It's not her chasing him. It's not her coercing him and forcing him. Like, it's his doing. Like, I probably could cheat with a lot of different women, but I would have to do it, because there are no women. Like, if you go look at my Instagram and you click on my following, it may be some celebrity women or certain women with a brand with a lot of followers who are single that you follow from the beauty industry or whatever industry that follow me. Them women not in my DMs like, hey Tony, how are you? They not in my DMs like, hey Tony, I just want to make sure you happy in your marriage, or how does your wife treat you, or like they not even like the women who are like really, really like pretty, body is perfect. Them women and like the millionaires, they single, 100,000aires. Them women don't even sign up for coaching. Like the women who sign up for coaching it's just everyday women. Like they don't have hundred. Like I can't. I don't think I've coached anybody who like just reached out for coaching in a traditional way. Like typically it's like they'll reach out, or I'll see them follow me, or they'll like a post, and I'll reach out, say thanks for the support. If you ever need a coach, let me know. So it's me really extending myself because I know they influence a lot of people. So I want to be a positive voice in their ear, and it helps shift, their message. It's just like y'all sent me the video of Coco Jones where she said, I heard a quote that says, you gotta love as if you've never been hurt before. I think that's Tony Gaskins. Well, Coco had been following me for a long time. I didn't know it. And so I found out she was at like 400,000 followers when I found out. And I connected with her and started mentoring her. And then I got distant. I got too busy. And that was the thing. Like, and then she went on W.A.R. and she blew up. And I talked to her again and I was like, man, you done blowed up, man. You got too big. And she screenshot and showed me where I said, we gonna be in touch and I'll get with you. And I never reached back out to her, which goes to show where my heart at, because I don't be chasing these women. I don't be trying to be close to them and flirt with them and be with them or cheat on my wife, where it came out, I didn't know it, but all of these guys, like celebrity podcasters and even my son, like all these guys got a crush on Coco. And here it is, like I had access to her and I wasn't even talking to her like that. But she was still paying attention and listening and learning and growing, and an amazing young lady. Never was inappropriate, never was disrespectful. And my personality is strong. My advice is strong. I'm real, tough with my advice, with my insight, with my opinions. Y'all know how I am. And she was, raised right, smart. And then she blew up. So now she got more than 10 times the amount of followers that she had when I realized she followed me. And so that's what I mean. Like, it's a lot of these women out there that are seen a certain way, and that's what I try to help men understand of, like, man, I'm right here in the trenches, and it's no women that's making it easy for me to do anything with them. Like, there's no women that's coming at me. Like, I would have to literally position myself and shoot my shot. But then think about it. That would be so depressing. That would be so upsetting to those women, because they have put me in a position in their mind of like, man, this is Tony give us hope that a man could be loyal. He could be faithful. So if I go to shoot my shot and I'm trying to like sleep with them, then imagine how that will shatter that woman's heart. And so that also helps me remain faithful too, because yes, I could be tempted. I could get weak, but I think about the one person. Like, whereas some people think about, oh, if I'm in an affair with this one person and they're the only person that knows, it's just me and them. See, me, I look at it like this person's life matters to God. My witness to them matters to God. God doesn't want to lose one. And if I hit on this woman and I can sleep with this woman and I can get this woman to agree to be the other woman and to be my mistress and to be my side chick, I have taken her out of the grace of God, out of the favor of God, out of the blessing from God, out of the covering of God. And I have derailed her life. I have disrupted her salvation. I've removed her from the presence of the Lord. So if God returns while I'm dealing with her, she may enter hell with me because of us being in willing sin and her being a willing participant to an adulterous man. So I look at it like that and I'm like, I don't even want to cost one person their eternity. I don't want to have one person out of the will of God. So that means I got to be with my wife and I got to be faithful. And so my wife understands that. She understands that the Bible say a woman should not deny a man her body. A man should not deny his woman his body, because that's what helps us remain faithful. It helps us stay out of sin. And so my wife understands that. And she know, like, I'm out here with some of the most beautiful, some of the most successful women in the world. And so it's like, so she understands that if I fell into weakness and I shot my shot, she know that women want a good man. Women want a man that's willing to get married, that's willing to settle down, that's willing to be faithful. And that's how these men who were married as pastors were able to go and get another woman. The women didn't say, like Devon Franklin, them wife, they new wife, Tori Roberts, Keon Henderson, they new wife didn't say, no, I'm not going to be with you because you divorced your last wife, because you left your last wife. They like, okay, y'all didn't work out. It's my turn. And they jump right in line. Like, my wife understand that. So in the rare occasion that I need me some cuddleization, some love making at 3 o'clock in the morning, you know, my wife don't turn me down, because she understand, like, the devil is out here working. And if I'm not close to her, he gonna try to get me close to somebody else. So we hold each other tight and close. And it's different things that speaks to you differently. And it ain't just about sex. I ain't on that. But like, she wrote me, she was like, hey, let me know when you want me to bring you a coffee in there. I'm at the home office today. And we got 2 corporate offices, but I'm at the home office because it's the holidays. And I like to be able to pop out, see my family. And let me know when you want me to bring some coffee. You know, before this, she heated up with some curry chicken and some cabbage. You know, got me a ginger ale. Gonna bring me a coffee in a little bit. Like, she take care of me, so it's like I don't have a void. You know, I'm not missing nothing. And then I take care of her. Like, I make sure she have everything she need, and I try to get everything she want too. You know, she got a little wish list on her phone, and she added me for Christmas. She added me to it, so I'm just checking off on the list. Every time I get paid, every time I make my little money, have my little royalty check come in. Choop, choop. Here you go, baby. Boom. Let me get that. Let me get that. Let me get that. And so anything I could look and I could buy, I could get off that little wish list or whatever like that. Get her something. Hey, I'm going to do it. Like, I'm going to do it because I want her to feel taken care of. I want her to feel seen, loved, appreciated, heard, and all of that. So you have to realize, like, it's a lot going on out here in this different sectors of humans. So although we heard what she talking about with the baddies and all of that, that's a sector of women, and that sector of women is getting a sector of the men. And a lot of those men could be with another woman. Like, a lot of those men that end up with a quote unquote baddie could be with another woman, like could go get them another woman. And some men, they just want them somebody who appears to be fun. Now, what those men find out is that those women may actually hurt on a deeper level, may stress on a deeper level, may go through deeper depression. Their darkness may be darker than an everyday woman. They find that out. They find out that her stuff can stink like an everyday woman, that her breath could stink, her booty could stink, her cooter could stink. Like she got pimples, she got bumps, she got ingrowns. Like they find out that, oh, she's a woman. She just like every other woman. She got cellulite, she got PMS, she gonna go through perimenopause, she gonna go through menopause, she got a menstrual cycle. She may not be able to have children, she may have miscarriages, or she may not want children, or she may want too many children. Like they find out like you got the same, you're gonna have to deal with the same stuff, but because of them women going through different things and being in the limelight and being spoiled in certain ways, but also being targeted in unfair ways, being talked about all the time, being misread, being judged by all of us, having an opinion on them and putting them in a box, that their darkness may be very dark. And that's what the men end up finding out. And they like, man, boy, this, I'm like a professional psychiatrist, therapist, psychotherapist, whatever the term is. Like they go to finding out like, man, it's harder than I thought. Like I just thought we finna be in here turning up and she finna be sliding down a pole every day. And I'm over here holding her, consoling her while she's snotting all over my shirt, boohoo crying because people are attacking her online. And then they find that out, like that darkness could get dark. And then what they realize too, they end up realizing like, oh, this baddie got to come out that makeup, got to come out that lace front. And then they realized that the girl that they dated in middle school, in high school, in college, body was actually more pure, pristine, clean, smooth. They realized like, oh, whoa, she got ingrowns, she got some mean ingrowns. Like, ooh, my ex ain't had these. They wasn't that rough. Like, okay, alrighty. And then they realized like, oh wow. So where this woman lacked in facial beauty, she had body beauty. And then where this woman is advanced in facial beauty, she don't have as much body beauty. It's like God doesn't give anyone everything. So it's like a lot of times like you'll see this beautiful, quote unquote, exotic woman, and then she got bad breath. You know, you'll see this outwardly beautiful woman, and then her pH is really toe up. And that, you know, that stench or be done, you know, contracted something that give us stench. And I remember being around women like that who you could smell them through their clothes. And it just was from like not knowing how to properly cleanse and just having a consistent like living with whatever it was, gonorrhea or chlamydia, or and not knowing, like not being able to tell they mama, hey, something going on, take me to the doctor, because now they mama gonna know they you know, dealing with dudes as a teenager. And I done been around them, you know, when I was in high school. I remember being with these two young ladies, and they was cousins, and they was of another, you know, race or what have you. And one of them had a real foul smell. You know, we all was teenagers. We was in high school, through her clothes. But on the outward, they were beautiful, you know, and all the black guys liked them, you know, because they had that kind of look. I think they were Mexican. But they had that kind of, a different look than we had. But one of them had a really foul smell, and it was coming from, I guess, sleeping around and not going to the doctor, not taking care of herself. And here we was, both of them wanted to sleep with me. And that's how my life was. Like, both of them came over to my cousin's house. He lived by himself, and they both wanted to sleep with me. And guess what? They both were friends with my sister. And so that's the stuff we see as men. And it make you like look at stuff like all my sister friends. My sister 2 years younger than me. All her friends wanted to sleep with me. And it was just kind of weird to see, like, man, this crazy. And they was all pretty. Ironically, my wife and my sister the same age. They graduated the same year. So I'm 02, class of 02, they 04. And I used to think that was gross when I was growing up, like my sister. And then when I met my wife, I had no clue she was the same age because she was so mature. She talked so mature. I thought she was my age. And when I found out she was my sister's age, I was like, what the world? Like, how the world are you so mature? But she's just real smart. And so I learned that you can't judge a book by its cover. And I'll be honest with you, like, a lot of times what these men are finding is they getting with these women, and these women have been on the outside looking in because they've been in the sex industry or the music industry or the whatever industry. And so they've studied how to be a wife. And I remember seeing women who would see my wife, and my wife would post a picture, and there's women that I knew and that I coached that was in the music and media and television. They would go buy the exact outfit my wife posted because they was trying to learn what is a wife and what makes a man like a woman. What type of woman is Tony attracted to? Because he's the type of man who carries himself the way I want my man to carry himself. So let me dress like. And I remember seeing two ladies copy the exact outfit my wife posted. And I was like, wow, like they are really studying and trying to learn how to be a wife. And I remember talking to one of them. She got a man I did matchmaking for her, and she was like, yeah, I cook breakfast for him, I cook lunch for him, I cook dinner for him. I pack his bag, I put heels on, I come and ride him, then hand him his bag before he leave. And I was like, what the world? I'm like, boy, I see why these boys' head be gone. Because these women they be done learned like how to serve a man. Whereas an everyday woman who never been on the outside, who never been taken advantage of, who never been whatever, they like, man, you regular, man, pack your own bag, bro. Like, I'm tired. Like, man, I ain't finna get up 4 o'clock in the morning, cook you no breakfast, man, please. And then these men go get with these women who come from the sex industry, and their whole life has been service. They've been serving men for money. They've been giving lap dances. They've been on the pole. They've been sleeping with men for money. So now they get to be with a regular man who want to love them and be with them and flaunt them around. Oh, they finna give him everything. And so that's how a lot of these men end up falling for what we call the Jezebel spirits. That's how it happens. But hey, y'all got to go. Let me see. Time for my next coaching call. So God bless y'all. And we going to be in touch. Keep your head up. And we will talk soon. All the important links in the description.